Welcome, Super Smarties. Let the learning begin. All right, let's take a temperature check. Which zone are you in? Make your zone known. And if you don't have a stoplight at home, well, you can just pick up an object that's one of the colors. The goal is to be regulated and ready to learn. Okay, for our mind shift, we're going to do Spider-Man. So we're going to take our Spider-Man web slingers, and when we go out, we'll exhale, and when we pull in, we'll inhale. So it's inhale, exhale, all right? Good job. I don't make a very good Spider-Man. My web slingers get confused. All right, let's check our portable calendar. We're going to be moving some information up, and we're going to be extinguishing some information that we don't need anymore. This is it. The last day of April. The first whole month that we were not in our brick and mortar school. We were in hallway school the entire month. 30 days of hallway school. Oh, I miss school. All right, so now I have to erase the tens place and the ones place because we're changing both of the digits. Once we hit 9, the 9 rolls back to a 0 and the 2 rolls up to a 3. The tens place gets 1 higher and the ones place goes all the way back to 0, so 10 digits lower. I put a 3 in the tens place. I put a 0 in the ones place. 30. 4-30-20. Yesterday was not Tuesday. And then remember, there are only 30 days in this month. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, excepting for February alone, which has 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. And this was leap year. I guess it was just an odd year all the way around, wasn't it? One of my former students, her birthday is on leap day. So really, this is like her 3rd birthday of her life. She's not 3, she just turned 12. Crazy, huh? Goodbye to Tuesday. We're going to move Wednesday up. So this is Mace, the face space. Yesterday was capital W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. When it went right over present. Yesterday was Wednesday. So that makes today the day after Wednesday, which is Thursday. Capital T-H-U-R-S-D-A-Y. So if yesterday was Wednesday and today is Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, what comes next? Friday. Tomorrow will be Friday. The first day of May is a Friday. Hey, May and day, those 2 words what? Rhyme. Tomorrow will be Friday. I used to love Friday because it meant movie night, stay up late, eat pizza, relax, sleep in on Saturday. Now, Saturday's a work day too. You're all crazy. All right, today is not Wednesday. Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2020. So, capital T-H-U-R-S-D-A-Y. There's my comma. I put a 3 in the tens place. I put a 0 in the ones place. 30. Yesterday was Wednesday, it's in the past. Today is Thursday, it's in the present. Tomorrow will be Friday, it's in the future. Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2020. Now, if you look down in my open space, we're just going to have a little snatch of a lesson. It says December. December, that's a month of the year. Oh, I know this one because we wrote it. April. December, April, January. If these are all months of the year, that's the category, then the next one has to be a month of the year too, I think. Starts with an O. October. December, April, January, and October. Now, if you look above, I have 3 symbols, 3 rebus pictures that represent a month. But I have how many words at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 words. And how many rebus pictures? 1, 2, 3. Which is more, 4 or 3? 4. So one of these words is not going to find a matching picture. I'm going to eliminate one of the words. So I have to think about, what do we celebrate in the month of December, April, January, and October? So in December, it's Christmas. In April, it's Easter. We just celebrated that. In January, it's ho, 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 baby, New Year. It's New Year's and Dr. King's birthday. And in October, Halloween. Okay, so now I know that there's a holiday or a special celebration in each of those months, and I have to figure out which month matches which picture. So this one is Halloween. This one is Christmas. And this one is East. East, like the direction. Easter. All right, so if I see a pumpkin that's been turned into a jack-o'-lantern, would I do that in December, April, January, or October? Would I celebrate Halloween in December, April, January, or October? October! So I'm going to look down here and I'm going to put a teacher kiss over it. Kiss that one goodbye. Capital O-C-T-O-B-E-R, October. Now the next one has the tree and it's Christmas. Would I celebrate Christmas in December, April, or January? I'm not going to include October because I've already kissed that one goodbye. I've already used it. I can only use them one time. Christmas is in the last month of the year, December. So I'm going to put a teacher kiss over it. Kiss that one goodbye. Capital D-E-C-E-M-B-E-R, of spider, of spider. And then the last holiday is Easter. So I have 2 months left that I can choose from. April or January. Do we celebrate Easter in April or January? This month we celebrated it, and it's the month of April. So process of elimination, I narrowed it down to 2, and I can eliminate April, which means capital A-P-R-I-L. The month that isn't matched to any picture is January. That's called the process of elimination. We're going to use that later when you get into algebra. So it's good to know it now. It's also important for you to make associations between pictures and words and months, putting all the information that you know together and then kind of sifting through it to take out the pertinent or important information so that you can make a reasonable deduction and come to the answer. It wouldn't have made sense for us to say January to celebrate Easter, but you might see a bunny in January hopping in the snow. And if you study the mitten in school like we did in our class, you would see a rabbit, a snowshoe rabbit in the mitten. So if you just looked at the picture, you might think, well, in January we read the snowshoe rabbit. And in April, is Earth Day. So you would study about trees in Earth Day. Now the jack-o'-lantern is going to be kind of a giveaway because really, I mean, unless you love Halloween, which my neighbor loves Halloween, so he puts up jack-o'-lanterns all the time because he thinks they're so cool. He likes all the scary stuff. So this one would make it a little harder to match to a different month, unless we had November up, and then you could crush it down and plant pumpkins and use the seeds and the meat, maybe make a pie for Thanksgiving. But because we were talking about holidays and months, the association that we made was what happens in those months. That's using your schema. Now remember. Composition book. Transfer this information over. Now a fun game that you could play with your family to stretch out this learning and get some traction action would be to put a little note card with all the names of the months. Practice putting them in order. Do pictures for events that happen in all the months, and you'd want to include maybe your birth date, the birthday of members of your family, your parents' anniversary, a special time that you go see maybe your grandparents. My family, we go to Arizona every summer to see my parents, and my boys go to camp there. So we always go to camp in July. So we could put a picture of camp for July, and we always go to Grandma and Grandpa's in June. So in June, we could put a picture of Grandma and Grandpa, and we'd associate June with Grandma and Grandpa. So if we were playing a matching game and turned Grandma and Grandpa over and match them to June, we also go at Christmas time. So we could put two pictures. So we could match them at Christmas time. So things that are pertinent to your family that you do specifically in those months, you could include those in a game and then match up the months. Put them in order from 1, which is January, to 12, which is December. Maybe look for things that are in common, like we said, October, ER of spider, December, ER of spider. So they have the same ending sound. And learn some tricks for how you can differentiate between each month, because you do need to know the months of the year. What we're looking at is time. So this is actually math, but it's hybrid because we're using ELA, we're using the words, and we're using symbols, which are kind of mathematical, but we're using pictures, which we think of as illustrations, and we're using the words to represent the month. So it's called a hybrid. We're putting ELA and math together. So we're activating both sides of our brain concurrently, which means at the same time. Often we use them simultaneously. We use math brain, we use ELA brain, we use math brain, we use ELA brain. ELA is English Language Arts. Okay, so I'm going to move our portable calendar. Honk, honk, beep, beep. Shoo. Time for a learning field trip. Climb on the bus. Let's build up our schema. Time for a little schema snack. A little bitty brain bite. I'm going to dump some of my schema out. You're going to scoop it up, put it in your smart brain. Remember, we talked about this before. This is a growth mindset affirmation. It's the key to mastery is effort. And I put forth effort. So that's true. So this is a growth mindset statement that I can flip into an affirmation. I can master things by putting in the effort. I like to put in effort. I like to learn. I don't know that I always like to put in the effort. Effort. Remember, this was our mystery word yesterday. Effort. Effort. That's the part that we do. Mastery is what happens when we know how to do things because we worked really, really hard to learn them. All right, I did want us to go over our high frequency words quickly too. So we're going to start with the, we, see, can, I, and, is, to, my, it, like. Nicely done. Repetition, 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 repetition. Practice, practice, practice again and again and again. That's how you commit it to your brain. That's how you get your learning. So you put that information up into your brain and it stays there. And the goal is automaticity. Fast as a snap, fast as a clap, fast as a blink. That's how fast that I can think. I'm going to move these words away, and what we see is our title says months of the year, and that's time. But again, we're going to be looking at words, so it's a hybrid lesson. We're marrying those two places in our brain. This looks so confusing. I see a blank and a 2 and a blank and a blank and a 5 and a blank. Oh, and a 7 and a blank and a blank and a 10 and a blank and a blank. And I know there are 12 months in a year, so next to the blank I see a blank and blank, 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 Y. 2 blank, E blank, 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 RY. Blank, blank, AR, blank, blank. Blank, 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 R, blank, blank. 5 blank, blank, blank. Okay, that's confusing. 7 blank, U blank, Y. Blank, 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 G blank, blank, T. Blank, blank, EP blank, 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 B blank, blank. 10 blank, C blank, blank, B blank, blank. Blank, 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 V blank, blank, B blank, blank. Blank, blank, E blank, E blank, blank, E blank. What? Okay, so here are schema support strips. This is essentially a word bank. A bank is where you put money and you hold it until you need it for later, and it should grow what's called interest. It grows really, really slow in the bank. But having this here is a resource that we can reach in and take out when we need it, or we just leave it there if we don't need it at all. And I see September, June, August, July, December, May, February, April, March, January, November, and October. So here's what I know. Those are all months of the year. I see numbers here, and I know there are 12 months in a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 3 rows of 4. 3 times 4 is 12. Or 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So there are 12 days, 12 names given for the months of the year, and there are 12 spaces with missing letters. So what I'm going to deduce from this, my reasonable conclusion that I'm going to draw, is that these are the months of the year. In numeric order, these are out of order. But if I can figure out what I have, like we did with our mystery word yesterday, figure out what I have, and I can reference a smart chart, my schema support strips, then I can find out what's missing and plug it in and complete it. Remember, our brain fills in that missing information the more that we interface with it. So if we take the whole and we take some pieces out, our brain automatically learns how to start putting that information in, which is why it'd be not a bad idea to put these on cards. Take a picture. So you put it on a card, like we did these cards. Take a picture of your smart brain, with your smart brain, using your eyes. When you close your eyes, the back of your eyelids become kind of like a screen. And in your mind's eye, you can project all the things that you know in here, and you can see them. So even though you're not actually looking at this card, when you close your eyes, your brain still has a memory of the card, like it took a picture. And it can look for that on the backs of your eyelids. So we're going to do that using our schema strips and our word bank at the bottom. All right, so first I think I am going to number, because I can number 1 to 12, and that's very easy for me. And then I can maybe go through the months of the year to figure out what I need to find out. Okay, so here's a 2, which means this comes before 2, which is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there's a 5, and here's a line, so it's 6. So these are the first 6 months, and then I sweep back up here. Here's a 7, then an 8, then a 9. I have a 10, then an 11, and a 12. All righty. So now what I need to do is I need to fill in all my missing information. So if I think about the months of the year, this is something with an A, an N, and a Y. So I can look down with only that information, and the ending sound might be easy to look for. It's a Y, so I'm going to look for words that have Y. No Y at the end. No Y at the end, no Y at the end. Ah, here's one. Nope. Yep. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. Okay, so here's one. Here's one. Here's one. And So 1, 2, 3, 4 words end in Y. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. So it ends in Y, 7 letters. So I've narrowed it down to 4 that have a Y, but it has to be 7 letters. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not that one. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not that one. Okay, so it's got to be one of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't be that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. J-A-N. Okay, so J would work. J-A-N-U-A-R-Y. January. So taking what I see and looking at what I have helped me figure out what I needed to know to fill in what was missing. Okay, January. Then let's look for the next one. It also ends in Y, but it has an R. Now, I've already eliminated one of the Y words, and I know there are only 4 words that have a Y at the end. So I'm going to go back to the information that I already used. I know July, May, February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 letters long, and there's an R and a Y. Not an R and a Y. Not an R and a Y. R and a Y, I don't even need to count the letters because I see an R and a Y, and that's the only one. So, capital F, E, B, R, U, A, R, Y. January, February. Now let's look for the next one. There's 2 letters at the end, 1 at the beginning, and it has an A-R. Not this, not an A-R, 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 no A-R, A-R, no A-R, no A-R. I eliminated all the rest of them because I found one that has an A and an R. And it has a C and an H at the end and an M at the beginning. Capital M, I have A-R, and then I see C-H, party sound at the end, ch-ch of chair. January, February, March. Now this one has an R, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 letters, 2 behind the R, 2 in front of the R. So I'm going to look for an R in the middle with 2 letters and 2 letters. No. No R in the middle. 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 There's an R in the middle. 2 letters on the one side, 2 on the other. April, the month that we're in. Capital A-P. I have the R-I-L. January, February, March, April. Now this one is 3 letters long, and there are no letters provided for me. Now I know it can't be March, January, February, or April. I've already used them. It's 3 letters long. Not 3 letters long. Not 3 letters long. Not 3 letters long. 1, 2, 3, 4 letters long. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4 letters long. Nope. Not 3 letters long. Oh, 1, 2, 3 letters long. It's the only month of the year that is 3 letters long. Capital M-A-Y. January, February, March, April, May. Ooh, there's a U and an E. So I'm looking for one that has an E at the end. No E at the end. No E at the end. No E at the end. Oh, here's one with an E at the end. It's the only one with an E at the end. And it has a U. Blank U, blank E. Blank U, blank E. It's got to be June. Capital J-U-N-E. January, February, March, April, May, June. Ooh, this one has a U and then a Y at the end. Okay, that one had a Y. Oh, I've already done. There were only 4 Y words, and I've already eliminated 3 of them, which means it has to be the last Y word, which is J-U-L-Y. J-U-L-Y. It's July. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Ooh, here's one with a T at the end and a G in the middle. I don't see a T. 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 I see a T and a G in the middle. Let's see. A-U-G-U-S-T. That's it. Capital A-U. I have the G. Ah, look, there's an us. Who put the us in August? I wonder. It wasn't me because I didn't make up that word, but I can see it there. You should wonder too. Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. The 9th month is my favorite month because that's when school used to start and we would always celebrate my happy birthday to me. I'm like 103. Okay, I'm gonna stop singing. All right, so my birthday month, I know what that is. EP, and then there's a B. EP. No EP. No EP. No EP. Where is it? EP. S-E-P, and I know how to spell this because it's my birthday month. Capital S, I have the EP. T-E-M, and at the end is the of spider. That M got a little messy, so I'm going to remake it. That's better. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. There's only 3 that are left. Ooh, these 2 have a B, but this one has a C as the second letter. There aren't any more words left in the top row. There's 1 in the second strip, but there's a C, but it's not the second letter. It's the third. Let me look at the last one. There's not a C here. There's a C here. Look. O-C-T-O, like 2, B-E-R. October. Capital O. I have the C. T-O. Looks like 2, but we don't say October. We say octo, like your toe. Octo. It's not spelled the same, though. B, and then the of spider. Whoa, look. Of spider, of spider. 2 words in a row that have the of spider. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. There's only 2 that are left. The 11th month, it has a V and a B in it. Okay, not the first row. That's done. This is the second row. When I forgot to cross out October. I don't want to use that again. There's no V in this. No. Oh, look. No. N-O-V-E-M. Oh my goodness, look. Of spider, of spider, of spider, of spider. So there's only 1 word left without even looking at any of the letters, and all I see is E, E, E. E. Lots of E's. It's not in the last row. It's not in the first row. It has to be in this row, and it is. Capital D, we have an E. C, we have an E. M, B, and the of spider, E-R. And there are the 12 months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. There are 12 months, there are 12 months, there are 12 months in a year. January, February, March, and April, did you hear? Then comes May, and comes June, July, and August follow them. September and October, November comes right after them. And the last month, it's the last month. There are 12 in each year. Is December. It's my favorite. It's the best time of the year. So practice these. A great way to stretch out this learning, get some traction action on it, is to number cards 1 to 12. Put the names of the months on a different card and turn them over and match them. You can also make flashcards with them that have the month and have the name of the month, and you can go over them and then quickly put them in order. Another thing you can do is take each month, put in like a little baggie, like a Ziploc bag, and you could write out the word, cut it apart like a puzzle, and then put it back in order. Practice saying it correctly, spelling it correctly, and then writing it correctly, and putting it in the numerical order. So those are some fun ways that you can stretch out the months of the year. Now this is math, and it has to do with time. Whew. Here's what you know. The key to mastery is effort. So the more effort that you put into learning all these difficult and complex ideas, the more likely you are to move them to your schema and store them in automaticity for you to be able to retrieve at any time that you need. That was super awesome. I had a great time sharing that learning with you. I guess I won't see you till next month. Bye, Super Smarties. Come back next month, ready to learn. I'll be here ready to teach. Although I do have to say this year, kind of not so sad to see time pass. Hopefully, our time is running out for us to be sheltered at home. We want to be sheltered back into the universe. Till later, social distancing, wash your hands. Try not to touch your face. I touch it all the time, especially with allergies. Just touch, touch, touch. Be safe and be healthy and be smart and be kind. Here's some pride. Put it inside. Here's some love. You might want to save that till later or use it now because the month is almost over and I'll restock you next month when you come back ready to learn. All right? Till later. Super teacher out. See you next month.